Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Juliet and this is my channel Mama Tried. Today I'm going to be sharing with you toddler meal ideas. I'm going to be filming 3 days worth of breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and drinks and putting them all into this video. So I hope you guys like it. So first thing in the morning, Luxie likes to start off with some oat milk. We don't do this every morning, but she really likes it. So if I've got it on hand, I'll give that to her. Here I'm just chopping up some grapes and strawberries, and I'm going to squish the blueberries so that way they are not a choking hazard. Luxie has 12 teeth, but I like to squish them just to be on the safe side. So far we have blueberries, grapes, strawberries, and now banana. This morning I decided to do almond butter toast. We don't do peanut butter because Luxie's allergic. I'm just putting it on some white bread. Normally I would do whole grain, but I didn't have any. This is just what I had on hand. And then I'm going to top it with some chia seeds for the omega-3 fatty acids and also fiber. And so I just add in what I can so Luxie can get all the nutrients she can. Also, chia seeds are full of antioxidants, so I try to sprinkle them in wherever I can.
Yeah.
To set myself up for success, I created this dry snack jar. It's really easy for on-the-go snacks. They're all pre-portioned and it makes it really easy to grab a snack for her whenever she's hungry. I recently picked up these white cheddar puffs from Aldi, the organic ones, and Luxie loves them. It's lunchtime, so I'm just chopping up an apple for Luxie and a cucumber. And I decided to do some avocado toast today. Avocados are packed with so many healthy fats for our little ones. And once again, just had some white bread on hand, so that's what I used. Normally I would use like a whole wheat for her. And yeah, that's pretty much it for lunch. You could also top this with chia seeds for more healthy fats if you want to, and fiber. Snack time. These are the veggie straws from Aldi. It's dinner time and I decided to do zucchini pizza, so here I am just chopping up a zucchini. Then I put a baking rack on top of a baking pan so that way the zucchini won't get soggy. Trust me on this one, this is an important step. This is so easy, so here I am just putting the zucchini on top, and then I'm just putting some marinara on it. I got the marinara at Aldi. It's the tomato basil one, so I just top every single one with that, and then I top it with mozzarella cheese. I set the oven at 350 and baked for about 30 to 35 minutes, just depending on the oven, and watch out and make sure that they don't get burnt. And I also broiled the cheese on top for literally just a minute. So while that's in the oven, I went ahead and chopped up some fruit for Luxie. I love doing grapes. They're high in vitamin C and K and of course antioxidants. Strawberries are also high in vitamin C and antioxidants and fiber. I try to incorporate blueberries in Luxie's meals all the time because blueberries are great for immune health, and I'll take what we can get these days. So here are my beautiful zucchini pizzas. They turned out so great and crunchy, and so I just stuck them in the freezer for a little bit so they weren't too hot for Luxie, and then I just started chopping them up into bite-sized pieces. It's now the next morning and I decided to do banana pancakes. I did a double recipe so that way I could freeze some. So it's 4 eggs, 2 bananas, a cup of oats, and a lot of spinach. I like to add spinach in the banana pancakes because they contain vitamins A, C, K, magnesium, and iron. So I like to put spinach in something for Luxie pretty much daily so she can get the benefits of it. Then I just blend everything up for a few seconds. I'm using a griddle so that way I have more room to lay out pancakes, and I just added some olive oil on it so they wouldn't stick. Here I am putting all of the pancakes on there, and then I'm just gonna flip them over because y'all don't need to see all that. And you guessed it, while the other side's cooking, here I am chopping up some fruits for Luxie. Like I said, I do blueberries all the time, every day, and a couple of meals a day, just for the immune health properties of them and all of the great vitamins that they contain. Now I'm just adding in the banana pancakes. They look so good, and Luxie loves them. It's lunchtime. I had a lot of stuff to do today, so I made it a really quick, easy lunch. So I just chopped up a bunch of fruit and then placed it on the plate, and then I grabbed some cucumbers and chopped them up, and some cheese and turkey. For a snack, I grabbed one of these Gerber organic splashers and some Cheerios with yogurt melts. For lunch, I decided to do veggie cake, so that is zucchini I'm putting in the food processor to grate, and then I'm putting it in a colander over a bowl to drain, and then I put it in a rag and squeezed it out later to remove all the excess moisture. And then I just added about 6 carrots to grate in the food processor as well. And then after that, I added some broccoli. I just got a crown of broccoli, and that's all that I added in there. That is 1 small yellow onion that I'm chopping up, and then I'm going to saute it with olive oil. While that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and make the mixture for the patties. So it's half a cup of almond flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a cup of panko or breadcrumbs, and half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. I'm going to mix all that up. And then I'm going to add all of my veggies in there, and I made sure to squeeze all the excess water out of the zucchini and mix it up really well. Then I added the onion in there and mixed it up again, and I got my eggs and scrambled them a little bit before I put them in the mixture. And then I added a whole can of sweet corn to it just to add a little bit of sweetness. Then I added olive oil to the pan, formed patties, and put them in the pan, and I let them cook about 3 to 4 minutes on each side over medium to high heat. And then I will also add the recipe down in the description for you guys if this is kind of hard to follow. While it was cooking, I went ahead and chopped up fruit for Luxie, and then I get the patties out and I put them in the freezer for just a second, so that way they were cool enough for her, and I added them to her plate. It's breakfast time again, so I'm making some breakfast muffins. I'm adding some maple sausage patties to a pan and cooking them really well, setting them to the side. And while that cools, I'm adding my other ingredients. So I add 8 eggs to a bowl, and then I scramble it up pretty good. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of milk. I don't really measure anything, I just kind of do it because I've been doing this for so long now. And after I add in the milk, I'm going to stir it up a little bit, add in some Worcestershire sauce and some mustard, some Italian seasoning, and about 2 cups, I would say, of shredded cheese. And then of course I add some spinach in there. I just tear it up and add it in there. It cooks really well in this. So I add all my ingredients together, and then by now the sausage is cooled, so I add that in there and I scoop it into my little muffin pan with olive oil so it doesn't stick. And this makes 12 perfectly, and then I just topped it with cheese. I cooked it at 375 for about 25 minutes, and then I'm chopping up some fruit for Luxie. I do this all the time. This is one of her favorite breakfast meals, is to have fruit with this breakfast casserole. She really, really loves it, and I can sneak in some extra veggies sometimes if I need to. It's lunchtime. Luxie took an early nap, so that's why we didn't do a snack in between today, but I decided to do a grilled cheese for lunch, so I've just got some white bread in there. I would normally do like whole wheat or something like that, but that's what I had, and so I used the Tillamook extra sharp cheddar cheese. Luxie loves that, So I just flip it over, put the cheese on, and make a little grilled cheese for her. Then I let it cool down and I just cut it up into bite-sized pieces for her. I just added some veggie straws on the side, and you guessed it, for the next one, some fruit. We just did some apples today. For an in-between snack, I grabbed the rest of these organic cheddar puffs from Aldi. So she had half the bag the other day and I just added the rest to a bowl for her this day. It's dinner time. I decided to do some salmon. I just got a pan and covered it with olive oil, and then I chopped up a large sweet potato into cubes and added it to the same pan, and then I baked it at 350 for about, I want to say 35 minutes. I'll add everything in the description for you guys below. And then I just kind of mashed up the salmon for her, the sweet potatoes, added in some blueberries and strawberries, and that was her dinner. Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more of my videos. Any engagement that you do on my videos really helps out my channel. So whether it be liking, commenting, sharing, all of those things really help support my channel. So thank you guys so much for everything that you do, and I hope you have an awesome day. Bye!